Make it an open call, ladies and gentlemen. If there's any more poets that would like to read on the mic today, show their hand now. Okay. I was going to read an original poem, but then I said, there's this great book by Federico Garcia Lorca entitled Poet in New York. It's about his time when he went to Columbia here during the 20s. And there's a great poem called, that I'd like to read. Let's see if we can find it. Got that heavy breathing. Yeah, it's like... So the interpretation of this poem's title is usually, this is entitled Sleepless City. But I've heard other people translate this as, in the sky there is no one sleeping, but we're just going to read the poem. Out in the sky, no one sleeps. No one. No one. No one sleeps. Lunar creatures sniff and circle the dwellings. Live iguanas will come to bite the men who don't dream. And the broken-hearted fugitive will meet on street corners an incredible crocodile resting beneath the tender protest of the stars. Out in the world, no one sleeps. No one. No one. No one is sleeping. There is a corpse in the farthest graveyard complaining for 3 years because of an arid landscape in his knee. And a boy who was buried this morning cried so much they had to call the dogs to quiet him. Life is no dream. Watch out, watch out, watch out, for we fall downstairs and eat the moist earth, or we climb to the snow's edge with the choir of dead dahlias. But there is no oblivion, no dream, just raw flesh and kisses tie mouths in a tangle of new veins. And those who are hurt will hurt without rest, and those who are frightened by death will carry it on their shoulders. One day, horses will live in the bars, and furious ants will attack the yellow skies that take refuge in the eyes of cattle. Another day will witness the resurrection of dried butterflies, and still walking in a landscape of gray sponges and silent ships, we'll sing our rings shine and roses spill from our tongues. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Those still marked by claws and cloudburst. That boy who cries because he doesn't know about the invention of bridges, or that corpse that has nothing more than its head in one shoe. They all must be led to the wall where the iguanas and the serpents are waiting, where the bear's teeth are waiting, where the mummified hand of a child waits and the camel's fur bristles with a violent blue chill. Out in the sky, no one is sleeping. No one, no one, no one is sleeping. But if someone closes his eyes, whip him, my children, whip him. Let there be a panorama of open eyes and bitter, inflamed wounds. Out in the world, no one sleeps. No one, no one. I've said it before, no one is sleeping. But at night, if someone has too much moss on his temples, open the trapdoors so he can see in moonlight the fake goblets, the venom, and the skull of theater. That's Federico Garcia Lorca, ladies and gentlemen. And I lied. We'll read one original poem. Why not? What was the one I just... Okay. This is called The Fall of New York. I am the rain king. I sit outside and will the drops. They fall hard on soul and heads, sulking in abandoned bars, restaurantes, waiting for a break in tide of gravity to see the clearer skies that were promised. For the last summer of this island, desperate, forlorn, and lost. You can still pinball around the avenues, trail the countdown of streets seeking fortune, and are given nothing but the ugly, fat, and short, the masses trudging these same thoroughfares. I cast eyes up the fall when no water descends, and demand it to rain on these charlatans of commerce, to fill the little gardens to the keel. I wait outside in line at the New Eurekan Poetry Cafe, saturates, all of them, tired of it, to fill these weighty coffers on step to stage, cash in my 70 hours under whip, to keep head afloat, to speak, put forth my posy into the airy aquarium imagined to be denied, given up on the pulpit, so that the starving literature students, imported rap-a-lot records, kinky-haired and bullshit can import their lying rhymes, their sordid dissonance to garnish a name on list, a forgotten thought. For I've brought vodka and jacket to demand these winds to bring forth a rain. Cover the coasts of this sodden rat race, swallow all the dirty maniacal searchers of money, for the economy of talent is bankrupt. I'm holding up in Harlem outside the Teresa Hotel, the multitudes of churches, squats, corners of lust, joining the real lot preaching to bring God's wrath down upon these ubiquitous sick and functioning cogs. For in a Christian God we at least pray for no usury, pray for rain and wish for balefire to fall down. Soak up your sickly bastion ocean boarded. These former haunts and hallowed edifices stand high, old, and empty from the great minds who have been torn down to justify your inadequacy underwater. I pray thus, please rain thus more. For summer has been called off, and the poets are yelling, the preachers convulsing, and you hoarding money in a silk-barrowed pillow and night in your Tower of Babel to fall. For the fall of New York has reached July, Lorca's uneven earth in spacing, Ginsberg's a rigor mortis in New Jersey route, Langston is deterred to the tomb under the Schomburg Library right there on 135th Street and Lenox Avenue. Pushed blackened daisies with hardened crypt cock, the town of the continent can no longer fill out its filth. Pray, pray, pray. Dance this indigenous swindle and let it rain down fire on these behemoths of waste. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the Jackie Robinson Poetry Day, 6th annual. We're coming back bigger than ever. Next year, 7th annual. We'll be here as always. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for all the poets that had the courage to come out and speak on the stage and to bring their voice higher. Can we get everybody on the stage? You want to take a picture? Let's bring all the poets that are still here. We can take a picture. Do you have a camera? Oh, you can do it on the... All right.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm watching the table. I got the rooster spot. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Keith Bishop, Angel Rodriguez, Michael Gangelo, Lisa Jones, and Swapan Pasu. Let's hold hands and give a big smile, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming out to the 6th annual Jackie Robinson Poetry Day.